הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, how good it is that we are all here together. Page 3 in your prayer books. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידעי ידעי. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, ידעי ידעי. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you for joining us for services. It's nice to see all of you. We're going to be in our newer High Holy Day prayer books. Make sure you all have the right one. I especially like the readings in here. We're going to start on page 4 on the bottom. Our sages teach, wherever 10 Jews live, they must set up a building where they can come together to pray. Such a place is called a Beit Knesset, a house of assembly, a synagogue. And so we learn, wherever 10 gather in prayer, the divine presence is among them. There is holiness in community, for in community we meet the Holy One. Hine ma tov, how good it is to be together. How good to gather as one people before our God, who cherishes the uniqueness of each soul. Hine ma tov, precious is the gift of community, blessed the joy of our gathering. Continue on page 8. Singing Achad Sha'alti, part of Psalm 27, which we sing each day of Elul.
Achad Sha'alti me'et Adonai. Achad Sha'alti ota Achad sha'alti me'et Adonai. Achad sha'alti ota bakesh. Shivti, shivti, bebeit Adonai. Shivti, ask you, Adonai. I ask you, Adonai, to be with you, to be with you all of my life. All of my life. One thing. I ask you, Adonai, to be with you, to be with you all of my life, all of my life. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai. Achat sha'alti ota bakesh. Achat sha'alti me'et Adonai. Achat sha'alti ota bakesh.
Continue on page 11. Fastening the light of the Sabbath candles, to my eyes, my palms are tents, where my fathers rested in the desert. The light wraps itself to my eyes. The light gathers in to me. We're going to light some candles on page 10, and Deb Ford is going to help us with that. She's showing us just how fast you can recover from an accident. Nope, it's already lit.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you so much, Deb. Thank you for being our light. Continue on page 20.
The trees are dancing and singing the... Oh, it's not the right page. The trees are dancing and singing with Ya'alo Sadai on page 14.
14. Sorry about that.
Ya'alo Sadai v'chol Hashem bo Ya'alo Sadai ay 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 Ya'alo Sadai v'chol Hashem bo Ya'alo Sadai ay 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 Az Yiranenu kol Hatzayar Az Yiranenu kol Hatzayar Ya'alo Sadai
deep breath. It's been a particularly difficult week in this country, and I want to be able to help us find a way to relax if that's something we're seeking. So I'll offer you a meditation. If you're able to sort of like feel your seat beneath your legs, find yourself like a tall spine, try to sit up straight or stand up straight for myself. Find some soft shoulders at the same time, trying to relax, allowing the length of your body to grow, growing as tall as you can from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. And allow the width of your body to expand as you take in the air, growing wider from side to side, from left to right. Feel the front of your body as you inhale. Notice how much you can contain and hold within you. And when you exhale, notice the depth towards the breath and where it goes and how it feels to release it. Feel your exhale as a tekiya gedola, an expanded and long note. And you might feel that into your back, the unseen areas, the unknown, but your important place of support, your place of refuge. So if we take another deep breath into our backs and feel the expansiveness of our bodies, of our breaths, and we also can expand our compassion at the same time, your healing energy, your love, feeling your strength, your goodness, and your courage. And if it's possible, while you're breathing, to feel your heart beating within you. It's a good reassurance. And you can think about holding your own heart. Maybe you're holding someone else in your heart this week. And we're all holding each other as we continue to breathe in this moment. When you're able to come out of that, continue on page 22 with Lecha Dodi, welcoming our Shabbat bride.
Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. La 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 lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur achad, ishmiyanu el hamiuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, l'shemo tifaret v'litzchi la 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lefu v'necha, ki mekor habracha, merosh mikedem nesucha, sof ma'aseh b'machshavat tchila. La 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki ba'orech kumiori, uri shir daberi, kevod Adonai Elohayich nikla. La 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 la. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha lecha בשלום עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ושמחה תוך אמוני ים סגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת גאווה, פני פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת גאווה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, לה 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 לה, לך דודי, לקראת גאווה, פני פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי, לקראת גאווה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה, פני פני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated. Page 25. Will you seek afar off? You surely come back at last, in things best known to you, finding the best or as good as the best, happiness, knowledge, not in another place, but this place, not for another hour, but this hour. On the facing page, we offer the Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי, וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך, לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה יתברך. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה ברכו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא, ואמרו אמן.
Page 26. There is no human being who does not carry a treasure in the soul, a moment of insight, a memory of love, a dream of excellence, and a call to worship. Please rise if you're able to for the Baruch Hu.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Shedding the Skin for Rabbi Karen Kadar. On a Wyoming mountaintop path across from the Grand Tetons, I walked and listened, Below in the valley's bed, I saw the great and powerful Snake River curve and flow. I felt in that moment that I was being called to worship. Compliant, I stood still for a long time. And the Snake River was quiet, and the air was quiet still. I watched the grasses along the slope stand straight, soft, and tall, their slight crimson stalks pointed to the heavens, proclaiming their beauty. I looked up and saw, in the broad daylight of the mid-morning sky, the full moon of Elul, tilted, spilling out in urgency, as if to say, we are called to attention. Pay attention. These days are precious. Now is the time to change, transform, unfold. The majesty of the river flows. Nothing stays the same. It is time to shed the old habits and assumptions that keep you from beauty such as this. So I wondered what it feels like when a snake sheds its skin. Does it hurt, like the ripping of a bandage? Does it feel light and clean, like the first haircut of the summer? Is there sadness or loss? Or does it feel oddly free of old and familiar constraints? What does it feel like when that snake forms a new skin? Does it prickle and sting? Does it itch like the healing of a wound? Is there a sense of awe at the newness of it all? Or fear that the new will not be as comfortable as the old? And the mountains and the valleys and the river and the sky, and the snakes and the grasses and a woman wandering on a mountaintop path, and the sounds and silences, and the need to change and the resistance. Let nothing stay the same. It is time to shed the old habits and assumptions that keep you from beauty such as this. Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Continue on page 30. Love beyond all time and space. Your love enfolds your people, Yisrael. We receive it in your teaching, your gift of Torah, sacred obligations, discipline, and law. So let us speak these teachings when we lie down and rise up, and find joy forever in your Torah and mitzvot. They are the very essence of our life, ours to ponder and study all our days. May we never lose or be unworthy of your love.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Continue on page 34. The Ve'ahavta goes until page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 41. When Israel went forth from Egypt, we went forth. Behind us now the speech of strangers. Ahead the freedom to speak our own words and discover the holy. Witnessing this, the great sea fled. The river changed its course. The mountains danced like rams, the hills like sheep. Sea, river, and mountains, what has become of you? Why flee, change course? Why dance like rams and sheep? Stand in awe, all the earth. The God of Jacob turns rock to water, stone to a gushing stream. Life changes course in an instant. Sing from the heart, awaken to life's wonders.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אליהם, אדוני ימלוך לעולם
Page 43. We can read together on the first reading. The arrow flies over us,
and the sun sets.
We
We go down into sleep, the terror and the mystery. We ask to lay us down and to raise us up. We ask for wings and the shelter of wings. In the dream we are given, in the terror and the mystery. We ask for good counsel, the world that may shelter us. Protect us and rescue us, rising up out of sleep in the calm of night, that we may be restored. Translate the terror into the mystery of words.
Page 46, we celebrate the joy of Shabbat.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, שבת ויהי נפש.
Shabbat moment. A scarf trailing over the lilac sunset, fair weather clouds, cirrus, unsinus, silk chiffon, twilight softens the air, whispering, "Come, lie down with me." Untie the knots of the will, loosen your clenched grip, barren hills of bone. Here, no edges to hone, only the palm fallen, open as a rose about to toss its petals. What you have made, what you have spoiled, let go. Let twilight empty the crowded rooms, quiet the jostling colors to hues of swirling water, pearls of fog. This is the time for letting time go. Like a released balloon, dwindling, tilt your neck and let your face open to the sky, like a pond catching light, drinking the darkness. Continue with the Amidah on page 48. Please rise if you're able to.
Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Adonai Sfatai Tiftach. Ufi Yagid Tehilateh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu ve'Imoteinu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora Mekonei hakol, v'zocher chastei avot ve'imahot, umevi geula livnei v'neihem, lema'an shemo be'ahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, baruch atah Adonai, magid Abraham ve'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atarav lehoshia, morid hatal, mechakel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim berofei cholim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melech, melech memit umechayeh, umatzmiach Yeshua, b'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol, baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol. Ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehallelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Please be seated. Page 57. Kavanah from the Elul Psalms. A year of your goodness, your crowning gift. Your paths grow lush with oil, drop by drop. Pastures for grazing thrive in the wilderness, and the hills are encircled with joy. Flocks of sheep clothe spacious fields, and the valleys wear garments of grain. Filled to bursting, they shout, they praise, an exultant song of delight. Page 65. Thine altar is to me this bathtub, where my 4-year-old twin girls tip back their heads, they close their eyes, I read their faces from above, in trust and fear, in holiness, heads tipped until the waterline has touched their hairlines, cautious. Look, their hair flows underwater, like the scrolls unfurled in heaven. Page 69. All that is glorious around us is not for me these grand vistas, sublime peaks, mist-filled overlooks, towering clouds, but doing errands on a day of driving rain, staying dry inside the silver skin of the car. 160,000 miles, still running just fine. That's very true for me. Or later, sitting in a cafe warmed by the steam from white chicken chili, 2 cups of dark coffee, watching the red and gold leaves race down the street, confetti from autumn's bright parade. And I think of how my mother struggles to breathe, how few good days she has now, how we never think about the glories of breath, oxygen cascading down our throats to the lungs, simple as the journey of water over a rock. It is the nature of stone to be satisfied, writes Mary Oliver. It is the nature of water to want to be somewhere else, rushing down a rocky tor or high escapement, the panoramic landscape boundless behind it. But everything glorious is around us already. Black and blue graffiti shining in the rain's bright glaze, the small rainbows of oil on the pavement, where the last car to park has left its mark on the glistening street, this radiant world. We'll take time for silent prayer and internal reflection.
Il razzoni me fi, il razzoni me fi, ragioni bile fanecha, Adonai tsuri bego ali. Oh, may the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, my rock and my redeemer.
On many of my recent runs and walks, I've been really enjoying the weather. It's been very cool in the morning, and I like to watch the sunrise, and it's easy to do this time of year when it rises at 7:15. But I like to see the lush greenery around me and the change in colors, and I appreciate the shade the trees give me. blocking the sun's powerful rays, and I'm in awe of everything around me. The sun's rays can sort of peek through the leaves, giving me a guide and some fresh air to breathe. I'm given really good space for reflection and connection to nature. And the air is finally clear. There's no longer wildfire smoke from Canada. But I've been contrasting these wonderful experiences to other areas around the world that have experienced forest fires or wildfires this past year. I was recently introduced to the work of the late U.S. poet laureate W.S. Merwin. He is an example of someone who tried to regrow trees that have been lost. In 1977, when he first came to Haiku on Maui's northern coast, the land was quite barren. It was also used as grazing land by the settlers who stayed behind. They planted sugarcane fields when the cattle refused to graze, and the land had been defrosted for firewood to fuel the whaling ships that were anchored by the island. But it was the pineapple growers who really wrecked the valley because of the way they planted their pineapples, up and down instead of along the hillsides. All the topsoil washed away. After seeing this barrenness, Merwin began to create a new forest. He planted a sapling, then he got out the next day and planted another one, and the next day and planted another one, and did so for many, many days. His trees made soil, and the soil made more trees. He planted a tree every day on that land for years, until his friends took over the planting under his direction. By 2010, Merwin and his wife Paula had created the Merwin Conservancy. And today, that conservancy covers 19 protected acres with over 400 different species of tropical trees, a total of over 3,000 trees in all, thriving in the once exhausted soil. From this example, we are challenged to plant our own trees to fill the earth. The familiar story from the Talmud tells us of a man called Honi, who encounters an old man planting a carob tree and asks him how long it will take for that tree to bear fruit. The old man replies, 70 years. And Honi asks, but will you live for another 70 years? The man replies, well, no. But just as those who came before me planted for me, so I plant for those who will come after me. In Genesis, we are told to take care of the land. In Leviticus, we are told to wait for a tree to live for 3 years before picking or using its fruit. These directives help us learn how to give and take from the earth, allowing things to grow and to fuel the earth, not only ourselves. Perhaps in the fall you enjoy apple picking or pumpkin picking. It's a nice way to be outdoors and to feel connected to nature. You can see the seasons changing around you. And it can be therapeutic to see the buckets fill up, and you can be proud of your accomplishment, feeling a sense of ownership over the fruit. It makes me feel tied to the land and gives me respect for all the work that it takes to put together a basket of fruit for the grocery store. These are the ways we can have a part in God's creation and benefit from it. Our Torah portion offers some wisdom on this topic of picking fruit from an agricultural point of view. In the ancient times, farmers would bring the first fruits of their trees to the temple each year on Shavuot. Each farmer participated in a ceremony helping them recognize the land's fertility and develop an awareness of how God guided the Israelites to the promised land, taking care of the earth along the journey. This ceremony emphasizes God's role in nature, acknowledging God as the power beyond all phenomena. But Judaism asks us to take part in the earth and all of its functions. In doing so, we are given hope, even if we cannot always see it. Last year, the religious school and others helped me plant a tree out front in honor of the hostages, those killed and those still captive. Often, as you know, planting a tree is to continue others' memories. I look forward to it one day sprouting yellow leaves in the fall. Walking by it each day gives me that hope and reassurance that we can help the earth continue to develop. In this season, as we approach the High Holy Days, we are asked to acknowledge a world scorched barren by heat and fire, and to wake up and plant that sapling, and do so again tomorrow. We are challenged to know that we have helped the tree to stand on the earth for the first time under the sun and clouds, and this action reminds us that we have given to the earth just as we have taken from it. Our Torah portion tells us, When you enter the land that Adonai your God is giving you as a heritage, and you possess and settle in it, you shall take care of every first fruit of the soil, which you harvest in the land that Adonai your God is giving you. Put it in a basket, and go to the place where Adonai your God will choose to establish God's name. Give and take of the land. This is a sacred map that helps the earth go from agricultural wasteland to 19 acres and 3,000 trees. May we know that the work of our hands can keep the earth alive and solidify the promise of a renewed earth. May we understand that the work of our hands can both hurt and help the earth. Even in devastation, we can replant and then find the fruit and pick it, treasuring its offers. May we be able to do the same in our lives as we enter this High Holy Day season, reflecting, turning over new leaves, and planting new seeds. I'll end with one of Merwin's poems called Trees. I am looking at trees. They may be one of the things I will miss most from the earth. Though many of the ones I have seen already I cannot remember. And though I seldom embrace the ones I see and have never been able to speak with one, I listen to them tenderly. Their names have never touched them. They have stood round my sleep, and when it was forbidden to climb them, they have carried me in their branches. I hope you will find shade and renewal from the trees this season. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
I'm going to offer a prayer for Israel. It's in our prayer books on page 91. Looking toward Zion, pray for peace in the earthly Jerusalem to match the tranquility of the heavenly Jerusalem. Jerusalem, may those who love you even more. Let songs of great peace rise from your ramparts and towers, from your walls and citadels. Jerusalem, your sisters and brothers pray for you at home. And on the way when they lie down and when they rise, let peace saturate your stones. Let peace bind up your wounds, a healing of body and a healing of soul. For your sake, Jerusalem, for God's and for ours, we say, peace be within your reach, and goodness within your gates.
Jerusalem, may you be a city knit together.
We think of those in our community who are in need of healing as well. Today we are lifting up Diane Margolis-Baum, Stuart Bobkin, Nina Chudnoff, Joe Crane, Linda Fulkoff, Deb Ford, Danny Freimark, Jane Immerman, Carol Benovowitz, Brenda Saperstein, Helen Schuster, Marcia Silverman, Bonnie Sorkin, Ellen Sullivan, Mark Wilner, Henry Wormser, and Judy Zimmerman. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so. We hold all those names in our hearts, offering a prayer of healing as on the screen as we search for comfort in this season.
Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu. Ami Yomar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu. Ami Yomar Elohechem, comfort us in our wilderness, comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle with this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Ami Omar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu. Ami Omar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu. Ami Omar Elohechem.
I hope we can all find healing. Continue with the Aleinu, which reminds us that it is upon us to take care of this world and take care of each other, on page 78.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula le'yotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoyei ha'aratzot, ve'lo samanu kemishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo 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 echad.
Please be seated. Page 83. Sorry, 82. The embrace. You weren't well or really ill yet either. Just a little tired, your handsomeness tinged by grief or anticipation, which brought to your face a thoughtful, deepening grace. I didn't for a moment doubt you were dead. I knew that to be true still, even in the dream. You had been out, at work maybe, having a good day, almost energetic. We seemed to be moving from some old house where we lived, boxes everywhere, things in disarray. That was the story of my dream. But even asleep, I was shocked out of the narrative by your face, the physical fact of your face, inches from mine, smooth-shaven, loving, alert. Why so difficult remembering the actual look of you, without a photograph, without strain? So when I saw your unguarded, reliable face, your unmistakable gaze opening all the warmth and clarity of you, warm brown tea, we held each other for the time the dream allowed. Bless you. You came back so I could see you once more plainly, so I could rest against you, without thinking this happiness lessened anything, without thinking you were alive again. This week there were some difficult deaths. There usually are difficult deaths in the week, but perhaps the ones that happened this week were hard to understand and hard to know what to do with. We also think of those who have passed away in recent days and weeks in our community. We're thinking of Roberto Kritzer, and we think of those who have passed away in this season in years past. We're remembering Brian David Billis, Harry Brown, Irving Cohen, Carrie Epstein, Louise Evanson, Faye Fishman, Bernard Fredericks, Alan Needleman, Abraham Pelton, George Reed, Philip Rosenberg, Shirley Rosenberg, Jack Scapa, Helen Silverberg, Harriet Simons, and Harold Velick. If you have any names to add or correct, I encourage you to do so. hold those names in our hearts, remembering them and rise in solidarity. Kaddish is on page 86. Yitz Gadol,
V'yitz Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divrach Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, B'chayechon Uvyomechon, Uvchaye D'chol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala Uvizman Kari V'imru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevarach Le'alam Ulamei Almaya, Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitaleh V'yithalal Shemei D'Kudesha Barichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'alma V'yimru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'al Kol Yoshvei Tevel V'imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'yimeru Amen.
Please be seated. Carrie has announcements. Thank you for streaming today. Double duty.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you to Julia for help with ushering. Join us tomorrow, September 13th at 7:30 p.m. for our Slichot Havdalah reception. It's the start of the High Holy Day season. We will return to our best selves and get ready for the new year. Come hear the High Holy Day choir, see the Torahs in their white covers, and enjoy some dessert. Join us for our next Adamah program on Sunday, September 14th at 12:30. Bring your own lunch. Children and adults will participate in seed saving, picking, drying, processing, and packaging. You will learn about Tikkun Olam and Shomrei Adamah and develop a deeper understanding of the value of saving seeds and where our food and plants come from. The seeds will be used to plant in the spring. Rabbi Sherman will be offering a monthly lunch and limud class on Tuesdays from 11:30 to 1. Bring your own lunch. This month's teaching is September 16th, and she will teach about the upcoming and often forgotten holiday of Shmini Atzeret. In-person attendance is preferred. Contact the office if you'd like to attend online. On Saturday, September 20th at 11:30, join Rabbi Sherman for a prayer walk, this time at Heritage Park in Farmington Hills. The walk will be approximately 2 miles, dress for the weather. There will be no services in the building that morning. The prayer walk will not be streamed. Your names will be read during the prayer walk. The High Holidays begin Monday, September 22nd with Erev Rosh Hashanah. That service will be at 7:30 p.m. All High Holy Day information has been sent out through email. It is available through your online account. It includes service times, RSVP information, memory listing form, and all relevant service information. There will be no tickets mailed out this year. If you have any questions, you can ask me after the service or call the office. And as always, give us the names of any children or grandchildren born or adopted since last Yom Kippur. Help us continue the custom of honoring our newest family members. You can email names to Cheryl in the office. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much. We'll turn to Kiddush and Motzi and have Renee and Bob come up and help us with that. We're on page 12.
We raise the cup in thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen. L'chaim. We uncover our challah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. B'tei avon.
Thank you so much for your help. We will close our service with a shofar blowing. So before we do that, we want to say some more blessings on page 90. The shofar curves upward. Its name means beauty. Its essence is ascent. Sound of the ram's horn, lift us from lethargy, shatter despair. Beauty beckons. Tomorrow's day is open, and we can be better than we are. Baruch atah Adonai, shomea teruah. Please rise if you're able to. Ready? Tekiah. Shevarim. Teruah. Tekiah. Yeshar koach. May you feel whole, knowing you are enough. May you feel confident, knowing you are prepared. May you feel calm, knowing the storm will pass. And may you feel at peace, knowing you are loved. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Thank you.